Ashley Harp. I don't know how to call what to call myself, but I mainly like to focus on community activism. I do that in many different ways through many different channels. Um, Pothead Genius is one of those channels, which is here today. So I call myself a cannabis activist as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm Bill Williams. I'm president of Beneleaves. We are a standalone processor here in Columbus, Ohio, and we teamed up and we're making products for Justice Vapes.
Okay. So we started doing the Peaceful Block Party a couple years ago. My brother and I started our cannabis brand 11 years ago now. And we were developing this culture of people who wanted to um, medicate or wanted to just be in a peaceful environment. I mean, we had puffin paints in our store. We had dinners. We had just mixers. We would have like monthly mixers at our store where we would invite people in, feed them, and just have a good time. And so we had a store on Short Vine at the time, and we were just like
safe space.
We would do this every 420, and our store would be packed. I mean, it would be so many people there. We would have DJs, we would have performances, but then we just were like, wow, we need to take this outside. I mean, everybody celebrates 420 in their own way, but the Short Vine Street was been a staple for Cincinnati. So we were like, we went to Chiba Hut. Chiba Hut was a restaurant on Short Vine, and it was a cannabis themed restaurant, and they were created from Phoenix. Okay. And so every one of their sandwiches is like representative of something in cannabis. They have like blunts and joints type of sandwiches and just different names, White Widows, things like that. Anyway, we went to them and we were like, we want to do this block party. We went to the cupboard. We were already doing events with each other. We were like, let's just take this and just do it. And we did it. And so we wanted to call it the Peaceful Block Party because our brand has always been about fighting stigma. And a lot of times people don't view cannabis as peaceful as they should. And so we were like, let's call it the Peaceful Block Party. Let's not put it out there and make it any more, loud than it has to be. This is what it really is. And so we started the Peaceful Block Party. We got Bogarts, which is a huge staple in Cincinnati. They provide music every year. They're owned by Live Nation, and so we have like at least 6-7 stores on the street that help participate. We're gonna have they're gonna be doing giveaways. We have vendors, over 40 vendors.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
And so we just block off that space and give people a place to come to for 420 because the culture's shifting. Ohio does not look the same as when we started, and we just like to think that the work that we've done has kind of helped shape that, and that's another reason why we're here.
It's all about freedom and peace. For real, that's why we started it. It's straight freedom and peace. That's it. For real.
Freedom and peace.
Freedom and peace, man.
Well, we just wanted to, people, if we talking about it for real, like, one of the reasons why I kind of dipped into being in a community was, I just kept hearing people being harassed because of the smell of cannabis. And I'm like, well, wait, aren't we decriminalized? And so I had to like dive into the community, like, wait, no, we're not decriminalized. The penalty's decriminalized, but the act isn't. And so that's what I'm like, okay, so we're not understanding, and that's where the disconnect is. And so yeah, it's about freedom. It's about what the laws say, and we voted issue 2 in, and that's what the law is. And so we're just about celebrating that.
Man, so Pothead Genius came about. I came up with an idea and I called my sister. Well, just to say, I was diagnosed with ADHD. You know what I mean? So I went through a real dark phase smoking cannabis at a young age because my parents didn't understand. You know, it was like a devil drug. So I went through a real dark phase. But I was always a fly guy. So when I started smoking weed, I turned into a high fly guy. But people knew me for my clothes. So I told sis, why don't we highlight the weed? Let's turn what we wearing into our mission. You know what I'm saying? So she in college, I call her, and I'm trying to start this clothing brand called Pothead Genius. They tripping, they keep telling me I smoke, I'm stupid, I'm this and that. Let's really show them. You know what I'm saying? And we was just all in since then. For real. Like, and it's just been me and her. We ain't got no bank loans. We self-funded. You know what I mean? And we here, and it's just the message that got us here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we believed in. You know what I'm saying? So that's just really how it started. Just us really like we knew that cannabis could save the world, but we couldn't go get no dispensary license. Come on, our weed come from money. You know what I mean? Or not even the money. It just wasn't out there like that. Just opportunity. You know, I mean, we can't sell weed and sell it. So but if you wear it, the police gonna see that. They gonna why this guy? Listen, officer, I'm a peaceful brother. This plant saved my life. You know what I'm saying? So we started to really give people a different perspective, and it came with a lot. You know what I'm saying? But we knew like that's what change come with. If you want something, if you want a new message, you gotta take what's gonna come with it. So that's what Pothead Genius started for sure.
That's awesome. So
Boom. This logo is pretty bold, ain't it?
yeah.
Yeah. So we had to go a little safer, a little calmer, and we noticed that it's a lot of professional cannabis connoisseurs. You can't be walking in too many places like that. But we was rebelling, so we didn't understand. When you rebel, you know what I'm saying. So this was like us learning that we could be a little bit more fun, we could be a little bit more creative, and they still gonna get the message. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta put all in their face. This the all in their face. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that changed the game for real. That logo really changed the game, and I'll let Sis shed some light on it.
Yeah. Well, right. That's exactly what happened. And then just making that transition and understanding that we had to like pivot. Um, but also, I mean, when you look at this, oh, granny, what do? You smile, you think it's safe. And for me, that's what cannabis is. It literally is a unifier. Everybody loves it. And this, honestly, these are some of the, people growing some of the best cannabis. You know what I mean? Like, cannabis has been around for centuries. And so we just wanted to showcase that all walks of life use cannabis and not just stigmatize us and rastas, right? We could have easily did that. That would have been like cliche, but the reality is they're not the only ones partaking in cannabis. And we wanted to highlight that and create that imagery. Remember, I told you like stigma. The stigma is that cannabis is dangerous and that you shouldn't use it, and that's still here. They spent billions and trillions of dollars putting that out there, and we were so bold because we're like, how do we combat that? We know that you have to combat that really boldly and loudly because we don't have the resources. They're spending trillions and trillions, and so it was just us putting our minds together and saying, okay, we're gonna flip it, and we're gonna use this to represent us, and this is gonna speak for us. And it does.
Because we knew once people talk to us, they understand we're not dummies. You know what I mean? We were very educated. You know what I'm saying? We're not dumb. So let me shed you some light on how cannabis can help you. You know what I'm saying? And everybody can have their opinion. It's not for everybody, but what's for everybody? You know what I'm saying? But it is safe. It's a safe thing, and it saves lives. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what needs to be highlighted for real.
We we wanted to shrink Ohio. We were in Cincinnati alone or feeling alone. Like, nobody was really understanding where we were coming from. And we had support. Don't get us wrong. We had support. Remember, I just told you our stores would be packed. People would come.
Small knit community.
But it was a small knit community, and we were not seeing ourselves represented in the space. And so we were like, let's shrink Ohio. Let's figure out who's Black in this space. And Bill is an hour and a half, and he was one of our first interviews when we did our Ohio cannabis tour. Like shit, I don't know, 5 years ago or something like that. And ever since then, Bill, I think one of the moments that we had though was we kind of realized it was about the story.
Yep.
And how people can connect with each other is through their story. Everybody has a story with cannabis, a relationship with it, and we just kind of understood that we have to tell that story in order for people to really understand how powerful this type of lifestyle is. So we met Bill, we interviewed him, and then more products and more products and more things he was doing. We would have calls and we would, be like, okay, we want to do this, we want to do this, we want to do the lemonade, we want to do all these things. Yeah. And then it wouldn't happen, but we would just keep being persistent because we're like, this is worth being persistent for. One of the things that me and Josh always wanted was a product in a dispensary, a product that we can allow people to go to and purchase, and Bill allowed us to is one of the first ones to do that. And so we wanted to come and highlight that because that's all that matters, relationships and building and helping and lifting each other up and telling our story, because that makes us human. And yeah.
For sure.
Sorry.
So, yeah, I shed a little light. So I went to jail for selling weed lemonade. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what Bill and them here doing, you can make lemonade, you can do whatever. So I was just a little ahead of my time. So with me being an outlaw, you know what I'm saying, and at what they deem me as an outlaw, you know what I'm saying, Bill gave me the opportunity to, legitimize what we doing. Essentially, you know what I'm saying? We're not just no street pushers. We not just what they try to deem you as in the black market. Bill gave us a real platform to really affect social change. That's why the product is called Justice, because of what I went through for 9 months for making lemonade. Like, I was looking at felony ones, like that's like murder charges.
Wow.
For weed.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I went through that, you know what I'm saying? So Bill, like he gave us a gateway to let people know, like, this is real thing, this is a safe thing. People who've been through stuff don't deserve to get the door shut on. Bill opened that door for us, you know what I'm saying? So I just had to get that in there because that's really what we doing. Yes, we trying to sell products. Yes, we trying to do all this, but we trying to serve social justice because that's what our people need. You know what I'm saying? And the government, they got to get into that just a little bit more for me. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit more. So I just wanted to put that in there. And, Bill, I always thank you for real because, what we doing, we showing other black kids, you know what I'm saying, that this is possible. You know what I'm saying? It's probably you don't know a lot of black people that got products in dispensaries. It's really unheard of. You know what I'm saying? So this is not nothing small. And Beneleaves, they really stand on business. We put it in y'all term. They standing on business up here on Beneleaves, and we appreciate that for real.
So I remember when you both came up and did that interview, I thought it was the smartest idea in the world. Just doing a tour of all the facilities around Ohio, and like you said, just shrinking the state and getting out there and talking and interviewing and learning more about us. So I thought it was the smartest thing in the world. So, I've been fans of you two ever since the first time I met you. And then I came down, I saw the block party firsthand. And like you said, that was the first time anything like that was happening. Like we were doing events, but we were doing small events. And to go down there and see the entire street blocked off and the police there keeping it safe and they're not intervening and everybody's having a good time. And it's peaceful and we're celebrating the plant. I just thought it was awesome. So you two, listen, I'm just providing the platform. Beneleaves just provides the platform. You two are doing the hard work. You came up with the ideas. You're doing the hard work. But I'm just proud to be a part of working with you and happy to be growing with you. The cannabis business is going to be around for a long time. We're going to have this partnership for even longer. We're going to keep coming out with new, exciting things. And my entire team, we could not be prouder to be a part of this. You two just are doing great things. You're right. It's about awareness. And there's not a lot of people that look like us that are in this space, that are actively that are just putting products out there, excellent products out there, safe, triple tested products, child safe packaging. You know exactly what you're getting in your vape. I mean, no, there's not many people like that. Not just in Ohio, in the nation.
The world.
In the nation.
That's what I'm telling people. Like, I gotta understand, in the world, this is Black history.
So it's awesome to be a part of working with you both.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it.
No.
That's awesome.
So we are a standalone processor here in Columbus. So we make all the products. We make vape pens, gummies, lotions, tinctures. We make all the products, but we feel very strongly that we were fortunate to win our license. You know, like everybody who's in the cannabis space, we fought hard to be here. We're happy to be here, but we are happy to give opportunities to anybody who wants to be in it. The cannabis industry is for us. You know, you don't hear about new industries too often. So I really believe that this is a great opportunity for anybody who wants to get in this space. So we are happy to keep the doors open, for anybody who wants to come into the space and help. I mean, there's many ways people can get in the cannabis space. You can come up with products. You can come up with packaging. You can come up. Awareness is the biggest problem. People in Ohio have no idea that any of this exists. So you know, sales and marketing for cannabis is in great demand. So there's many ways to get in this space. So we are happy to share everything we've done.
That all stemmed from, Bill believing in us when I told him, like, hey, Bill, would it be possible for us to come out with the lemonade and some of the products that I did time for? So, he's like, we can come up with something. You know what I'm saying? So we've been working on trying to get the lemonade, trying to get different things. But right now we got the vapes, and this is our first official product on shelves, and this is our catalyst to, affect change and, let people hear more of what we got going on and how you can help and how you can, just resources, it's not cheap. It's not cheap to affect change, So that's why we saying, like, you got to really take heed to what we trying to do, because a lot of cannabis companies, you don't hear about a lot of cannabis companies doing social justice work, not just here in Ohio, you know what I'm saying? And ever since day one, we talked to Bill about social justice. He's open. When we call him, he's there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just powerful. So,
So we have
shop
vapes.
Justice for real.
Yeah.
Calling it Justice Vape.
For real.
It's called the Justice Vape.
Justice Vape.
Yeah.
We have 3 different vapes in stores right now. We have the Indica, which is a great gas. We have Sativa, which is a Durban poison, and we have a 101, which is the same amount of THC to CBD. It's a 101 ice. Is it isolate?
Distillate.
Distillate. That's what I meant.
But that 1-to-1 is great for anybody who's new to cannabis. It's just a go-to for a lot of people. It's just a great. It's clean. It's a great vape pen for a lot of people. So it works
really,
well for us.
We really have something for everyone. We appreciate that as well. Having something that everybody likes, because everybody doesn't like to in the couch. Everybody doesn't like to be in the couch. A lot of people like to have sativa. We have that, and then a lot of people like to just ease and balance out, which is in that 101.
And more to come. We're constantly.
I
I love the emails I get from you. Like, hey, what about this? Sometimes I can tell when you guys are in a supermarket or something. I'll get an email. Hey, what about this chocolate covered pretzel? I'm like, maybe let's figure it out. But no, more to come.
Dispensaries. We're medical right now in Ohio. We're coming into recreational, but these are at dispensaries all across Ohio.
We make sure we list them in this video.
Yeah,
where you can get it.
Where you can get it
from. Make sure you get your medical card. Until then, if you need help with that, we got you.
There you go.
It's easy, one call away. Follow us at Pothead Genius. In the event, you can follow the Peaceful Block Party. We're very open. Hop in the DMs. We people.
What's my Instagram is Ashley H Global. Um, yeah, what he said. Follow Pothead Genius. Follow Beneleaves. Um, and follow the movement. Follow his wave.